Okay, what up, ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully, one of your favorite official content creators for the First Descendant. And we are here today to Kilimanjaro before patch 1.38 drops. Now, here's what I have to say. I heard that there's more skins coming today, which is kind of crazy, but okay, let's see what we can get. Also, our goal for today is if we hit this goal, I will buy all the Halloween skins live. Super chatters, get music and love. There we go. There we go. We hit this goal, we do it. We will do it straight up live. There we go. Poll is set, usual set. Welcome everybody. Greetings to everyone. Also take note that our player base has fallen down to close to 6,000 again, so we're probably going to drop a little more. It's a little disappointing, but we'll see how things go. Don't forget to like and share the stream, and if you guys do not know what to do, then, well, let me show you. Hit the like button, guys. If you're here early at the stream and you're watching, hit that like button. Hit the like, okay? If you guys don't hit the like, there's no point in you being here because this like button is what actually helps your YouTuber for free. Unless you're just here to observe me for some weird reason. In that case, I'd consider you a hate watcher. All right, if you're not a hate watcher, hit the like button. It's free. Like, literally, it takes you 5 seconds. Hit the like button. All right? And of course, if you want to give me a little extra love, you can hit the 3 dots and send me a super thanks, or you can, tip me, whatever. All right, I really appreciate more support, but I leave it all to you. Well, Neo Tengu, the fact that you like it is fine, but you still haven't donated anything to me, so since you're only giving money to Nexon, don't come to my stream. Get out. All right, I'll say it straight. If you're only giving money to Nexon and you're not giving money to the content creators to support the content, then I don't want to see you here. Get out of my stream. All right? Anybody that's offended by that, too bad. I don't care about you. Because what I'm here to do is show you guys that, look, if you guys don't support the creators and you only support the game, guess where the player base is out right now? The player base is at 6,100 on Steam, peak, and it's going to fall even further because y'all are not supporting the people who are driving the game. Remember that. When did the skins drop? I don't know. I don't know if there are more skins dropping. All I heard is speculation. But if they are dropping, it would be at 3 p.m. today. There is an update today. We're just waiting for that. But I'll remind you again, and I'll say it straight to your face. If you haven't donated a single cent to your content creator, but you are spending only on skins, then, well, good luck to you guys when, all the creators stop making content for the game. You see, that's the thing, Chosen One. There is stuff we can do about it. If we shut down all the fanboys who do nothing but talk about how much they love skins, if we shut them down and give them no place to hang out, no place to talk, no place to have themselves heard, the devs will be forced to actually listen to the people that want content. And some people may call me mean, but at the end of the day, I'll say it straight and I'll say it to everybody's face again. If you have not donated a single cent to a content creator, you haven't spent on your content creators, you haven't shown any love to your content creators, then what are you doing? You're just going to spend on skins on the game? No problem. That's fine. That's on you. But then don't watch me. Don't watch my streams. Don't come to my channel. Don't bother with me because here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is I'm going to stop playing this game just like I've stopped playing other games in the past. And what you're going to see is the content for this game die off. And first and foremost, Bijou Bandit, I do still play Warhammer 40,000, but do not ever call me Asian. My name is Robot. You can call me Robot, right? There are lots of ways that you can address me. You don't have to address me by my race. And before anyone pipes up with that bullshit like, but Asian is in your name. Yeah, because I'm allowed to speak about my own race. But when you address someone, do you call them by their race or do you call them by their name? Right? Let's be frank about that. Don't ever address somebody by their race, even if it's in their name. Don't be stupid. All right? Don't be a moron. If you are an actual person that understands how to interact with other people, you should know that you address somebody by their name, not by their race, right? Would you walk up to somebody in the street and say, hey, Asian, what's up? You wouldn't do that, right? You would actually address them by their name. So call me by my name. People call me RAR. People call me Robot. You guys have literally seen other people call me Robot-san. So I can't believe there are still people that would just walk up and say, hey, Asian. Like, you okay? Understandable, Kate. Most people are bored indeed. And look, Judy, I'll say it straight. Skins are their main concern because Nexon is pushing them to do that. They want your money and they want your dollars. And as for what Slade said, I don't know if I'm one of the only ones still making content, but yes, I will say that it's true. Yeah, because I'm one of the only real ones, Judy, that makes content. Sure, there are other people making content, but let me just say it straight, and you will learn this as you get to know them. But it's called buying views to try and scrape through a dying game.
Donation has arrived.
All right, I've seen this happen with a lot of other games before. The reason why a lot of the normal creators leave is because the ones that don't buy their views and don't, you know, that don't buy their views and don't scrounge for like, or that don't have a hidden agenda, a lot of these people will leave because they can no longer make legit dollars on the game. But a lot of people that stick around toward the end, you have to be very careful of them because I hate bringing this up, but okay, there was this game in the past that I'm still hounded by people that like to troll me because of this game, but there was a game in the past called Dauntless, right? And there was a dude that literally nothing, we don't know what's been added today, guys. The patch is at 3 p.m., so don't ask me what's been added. Ask me at 3 p.m. I'll check the patch notes together with you guys, happily. But you won't know what's been added because patch 1.38 drops later today. All right? Patch is always at 3 p.m., not before then. So until you've seen me go through the patch notes live on stream, you don't have to ask me because I wouldn't know. We only get the information reveals at 3 p.m. So remember, Thursday, 3 p.m., that's the time. Anytime before that, there's no point in asking me. No. Until you see me go through the patch notes live on stream, it has never dropped. So you don't have to ask. Unless you're new to this channel. If you're new to this channel, then the way we do it is that we always go through it live on stream. And well, Setharan, that's exactly what I feel is happening right now. I feel like the focus is just on skins. Well, listen, Drinking Judies, I appreciate that. I'm not going to comment on that, but please do not mention any other creators by name on my channel. We don't do that here. All right? I'm just telling you to be cautious. If you think they're genuine, you go for it. I will not interact or address any other creator. Why? Because several of them have trolled me. Several of them have done unscrupulous things. Not saying these people have done that. Again, I don't deal with other creators. I don't address them. All right? So, yeah, you watch who you want to watch. You believe in who you want to believe, but I'm going to say it straight. At the end of the day, a lot of you people are going to be burned. And I'll tell you why. It's because globally, in terms of gaming channel rankings, in case you guys did not know, I am ranked 2,103 globally. Okay? That means there's very few channels that are higher than me. And a lot of these other channels don't deal with this game. So when you're looking at channels and they have a lot of views, you have to be careful. Now, I'm not saying it's the people she mentioned. I'm going to say it straight. I don't address or talk about other creators, period. And you should never mention another creator on my stream by name because it can then sound like I'm making a judgment on them, and that causes drama and problems. If you like to watch other creators, you like to interact with other creators, I'm sorry to say it straight, but don't come here, don't watch me, don't talk to me, because I don't want any of that drama here. I will say it straight as well, all right? You have to watch yourself and you have to be careful. There's a reason why I get sponsorships and deals despite what people say about my channel being low viewership and whatnot. It's because I don't promote my videos. I don't buy my views. I do not use illegitimate methods of getting my views up. And you have to watch yourself because you guys are going to get burned in the end. Just gonna say it straight. All right? There aren't that many channels that are bigger than me. Just saying. And this is a global ranking, FYI. Captain Harris should be around November, but I'm not sure. Honestly, I haven't followed the news for this game regarding when the actual channels drop. Sorry, regarding when the actual Descendants drop, but it should be November because that's when the next season begins. If we take a look at the Battle Pass, I think they're doing Season 3, Episode 2, or so I've heard from people that have mentioned it continuously. They said that we're not going to go to Season 4, we're going to go to Season 3, Episode 2, which is in 14 days and 2 hours. In which case, they will still probably drop another Descendant, which they normally do. But the only concern that I have is whether or not there is going to be content to follow that. Because if we don't have content to follow that, then it's going to be a problem. Because right now, the player base is struggling, and it is going to be dead very, very soon. And if they keep doing nothing but pushing skins instead of getting content out, then it's going to get worse and worse. Our player average is at the lowest it's ever been, and it continues to fall. Season 3 was a major boost up, which was really, really great, but Season 3 on the whole has been disappointing. Now, we are coming to end of season, so I do expect low player count. I do. But I will also say that this is, for a live service game, it is rather abnormal that they are not concentrating on delivering actual content. Thank you for the tip, by the way, Austin. I really appreciate that. I'll play you a song later. Let me know what you want. Okay? But coming back to this main core issue, I don't want to see this game fall either. Slate. I don't. People say I'm ultra negative about this game. I'm not. I want this game to succeed. But this game cannot succeed when it does not listen to what needs to be done. And this is why I have been so concerned the last few times. I feel like Nexon is pushing Magnum Studios in a weird direction to focus solely on grabbing money. But I will say it again, this game is not Vindictus. They wanted this game, I think at the outset, to be a proper looter shooter. But there were too many layers of Korean style grind, which does not work for the Western audience, right? That's step one. They tried to remove a lot of those grinds, but it's usually one new Descendant, one Ultimate Descendant per season, Prophet of Truth. It's been that way since the start of the game. I'm surprised that people don't know the rotation, because they have never changed the rotation ever. Unless you're talking about the gender rotation, then in that case, I don't know. I think they're trying to do like one male, one female, or so I've heard, but can't say for certain. Also, I'm just gonna go mess around while I talk, but yeah. The rotation, gender-wise, I have no answer for you. The only thing I can answer you is that there is usually one Descendant, one Ultimate Descendant each season. Yeah. Anyway, focusing on the main issues. Look, people aren't enjoying themselves playing this game. They aren't. It's boring as shit right now. And because it's boring as shit, like, I don't see a lot being done to make this game better. I'm only just seeing nothing but skins being pushed. And if it's true that there's more skins coming today, alright, and that's all I'm gonna see, then I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna feel about that. Because I want more than just skins. I want this game to actually be a game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to nothing. I have no love right now, and I look forward to absolutely nothing. I don't care about more characters. I'll tell you why. More characters are just more toys. And if the content remains the same, people are not going to enjoy the game. So why would I look forward to anything? And again, people, you know, like a lot of people, they do nothing. They just mouth support for me, but they don't actually donate or support the channel. Right now, this channel is being kept up by regulars like Barron, Austin, all the people that are super chatting and keeping the channel alive. That's the only ones that are actually giving you guys content. All right, that's facts right there. Because most of y'all, and look, I'm not trying to call people out, but I'm just going to say it straight. Most of y'all don't turn up when I stream other games, right? And because most of y'all don't turn up when I stream other games, you guys are only interested in content in this game. You guys are only interested in the skins in this game. I'll say it straight. You can't say you support me as a creator if all you're doing is buying skins for the game and you're just mouthing support, all right? I don't want to see that. And if you're not a real supporter, then don't come to my stream. Don't watch my stream, because I'd rather only have a real community here, all right? I would rather say it straight. I only want to see a real community with me. And if you're not a real supporter and you're not actually here, like supporting and actually enjoying me as a streamer or my content, you know, then don't come to my streams, don't attend, don't comment. I don't want to know you. I don't want to talk to you, because there's no point in me talking to you. You're just wasting my time. All right. I want to build up a community of real supporters that will follow me no matter what. That's who I'm here for. And those are the people I still struggle for. Those are the people that I'm still making this content for. So just gonna be straight. All right, just gonna be straight with y'all. Whether you like me, hate me, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. And what do you do? There's nothing you can do. What do you want to do? There's no new content. You can play around with swords if it makes you happy, but as you can see, swords themselves aren't great. Like, even with maximized attack range, speed, whatnot, all you're really doing is just bouncing around, and a skill-based Descendant would clear this in seconds. So, swords themselves have offered nothing new to change the game. Even as far as I remember, the so-called ideal situation with swords is made possible only by using a skill-based Descendant like Ultimate Luna and using the sword as a stat stick. But the swords themselves don't do much, if anything at all. Which, again, like I said, you're seeing here. Listen, Otter's gameplay, I will say it straight again, and I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but a real supporter is somebody who comes to all my streams, who enjoys all my content, because if you're not enjoying me as a streamer, and you're only enjoying the game that I stream or the content that I do, like for a particular game that you're interested in, unfortunately, that does not make you a real supporter. You're just a regular supporter, but not a real supporter, because the real supporters, again, I'll say it, they're like Austin, Barron. They've super chatted, they've kept the channel alive, they've watched me across all sorts of different games. They come with me on my journey, and that's important, unfortunately. It may offend some people. I'm probably going to lose a lot of viewers by saying it, but I'm just going to say it straight because I'm tired of it. I'm genuinely tired of, like, people only supporting one game, or not even supporting that. They don't even care about you as a streamer. It's very difficult in this industry when folks don't care about you as a streamer, because the real ones that do, they've followed me across all different games. They don't get offended when I talk about this, because they know in their hearts that they've followed me from everywhere. They've been with me when I play Darktide. They've been with me when I play other games as well. They know me. They follow me. They're not following for the game. They're following for the person. And that will always be a key distinction. So you can be offended, you can, you know, be unhappy, you can not like me for saying these true statements, but I will say it. No matter what people think or no matter what people do, if you like the person, if you like the streamer, you're following them as a streamer, as a person, not for the game. And that's why I see Adam. That's why I see Kate. That's why I see so many people show up, but not all of y'all. Yep, Kate does. She's here every day. And I'm not saying you have to be here every day, but I know who I do see and who I don't see. So that's crucial. If I don't see y'all on the other games that I play, or if I don't see y'all showing that real love, then how can I call you a real supporter? Or how can you be offended at not being called a real supporter when you yourself know that you only turn up when I'm doing certain things? Like, that's just silly. That's facts. All right, you want somebody to address you as a real supporter, then you're like Lewis, you're like Eddie, you're like Silent Dawn. I can name all these people off the top of my head. You're like Jonathan Terry, because I have literally seen them every single time I do, no matter what it is that I do. All right, and that's a sad reality, because if I have to move on for this, if I have to play some other game, how many of y'all coming with me? How many of you guys are going to be on my next project? How many of you guys are going to be on my next big thing? If I end up playing something like Do It Night Abyss or whatever, like, it could be anything. I'm not saying that it will be any one particular thing, but if I play any of that, how many of y'all are coming with me? All right? You say you like me? Sure. Do you like me enough to follow me? Or are you only here because I'm streaming a game you're interested in? Answer that question honestly. If you only have interest in this game and you don't have interest in me as a person, then you're not a real supporter. Sorry, not sorry. All right? And if that's not for you, go ahead, watch another creator. Go ahead, watch somebody else, because you're going to abandon them the same way that you abandoned me. And that's not what I'm here for. As a streamer, as somebody that wants to build up their channel, because my goal for next year, and I'll say it openly, my big goal next year is to be in the top 2,000 rankings. I want to be even higher. I want to go even higher, but I can't do that. And I'm certainly not going to do it by simply limiting myself to a situation whereby I only stream or play one game. That's not it, and that'll never be it. You know, that's not the way for anyone to be doing this kind of thing. Oof. Not enough range on this. The invulnerability phases are annoying, especially if they've got melee hits, but that's okay. Expected that. Excuse me, just gonna play a bit more cautiously now. I can't phase tank through it, but I didn't expect to. Okay. Now, can I... Oops. Darn. I accidentally blasted him. I wanted to see if I could tear through the shield with just this. You never needed the Magnus. Serena, no. The new skin hasn't dropped yet. Alright? It's at 3 p.m. my time. Yeah, you can't actually, like, cut the shield with this. Like, because you have to specifically target these, and it's actually not letting you do that. So, you say Freyna is more viable across content? What if you encounter a shield like this? 3 p.m. my time, alright? So, the sword eradicates bosses? Nah. Anyway, Selena, if you're only interested in skins, bruh, you disappoint me. You disappoint me. Yeah, I mean, it's 3 p.m. my time each time, so it'll be in about 2 hours. You guys should know this already. If you watch me frequently, you should know exactly the update time. Which again, comes back to the same issue. Hey, I hate saying this, but I'll say it again to your faces. Most of y'all are not real supporters. Most of y'all are not real supporters because you don't know when things happen. You don't know how the streams work. And you guys come in and you just say stuff. But if you guys watch me regularly, you should know that every time there's an update, it comes at 3 p.m. All of my regulars already know this. Well, you are, Serena, because the only time you ever show up is when I'm talking about skins. If you really want me to call you a real supporter, you should know everything about the streams. You should be here every time. Are you? Are you always watching me? Same thing I'll say to everybody else. Look, are you always watching me? Because how do you not know this? How do you guys not know this? How do you guys come into the stream and just ask about this, but you don't know when stuff happens? Do you see that this is why I can't call a lot of you guys real supporters? Are you real supporters? Have you been here at all my shows? Have you been here watching me? Do you guys know how each show works? Because you can't say in one breath, I'm not interested in only skins. Are you? Because if you're watching me all the time, you should know exactly what we talk about. You should know exactly how we feel. You should be up to date. But you're not. You're not. That's why you're just, at most, a viewer. Maybe a supporter. But the ones who are the real supporters, Barron, Chosen One, Austin, just naming the people in chat right now, Kate, Lewis, all these people are here for all my shows. Even if they're not for all my shows, they at least lurk, you know? Knowing everything about the game doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. I'm asking about people knowing stuff about this. The game stated that the update is at 3 p.m. my time. Hey, SirTommy, that's another one of my real supporters right there. I'm not interested in those that know everything about the game. I don't care about people that know everything about the game. I don't care about people that, you know about stuff like that. I only care about people that actually want to watch me. So do you care about me as a streamer? Do you care about my content, regardless of what game that I'm playing? Because if you do, then I should see you here every day. You should know how the show works. If you don't, then it's clear that you don't care about me. Prophet of Truth, that's totally fine. If somebody recently subscribed and wants to know more about me, that's fine. But show the interest. Then they would ask the questions. They would show the interest. They would be here all the time. I want to see them. I want to see their faces. I want to see their faces for every single show. Because if you're really interested in me as a streamer, as a content creator, then I want to see your face. I'm playing a lot of different games right now. I don't see a lot of faces here. I see the same people. I see the same people. I see Chosen One. I see Austin. I see Barron Von Crash. I see Lewis. Hell, I even see High Rise Society more than I see most people's faces. That's the key thing, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. You want to know more about me and you recently subscribed, cool. I want to see your faces, you know? That's okay, Damien. If I'm not very likable and I'm not for you, that's on you. That's cool. You don't have to watch me, you know? Seems not, don't follow me then. Walk away from my channel, walk out the door, all right? I will say it straight to everybody, and I'm not going to lie to your faces. I'm not going to try and make myself appealing or stuff like that because there's no point. Will I see your faces when I'm streaming something else? I don't want you following me because of this game. I want you following me through hell and high water. I want you following me no matter where I go because that's community. That's community right there. If you don't want to be part of a community, you don't want to actually come along with the streamer through their rise and fall, then that's fine. Don't watch me, don't follow me. You can leave the stream right now. I will literally not make any bones about it. Go. Go. Because you're not going to be there. And look, if you can't understand the realness in what I'm saying, again, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to say it straight. You're not going to be there when I move. You're not going to be there when I have to go do something else. You're not going to be there when I have to pick up my next project, when I have to find something else that's going to make me money because this game went to the toilet. That's completely fine, Selena, but I still want to see your face. Even if you don't play the other games I play, I don't need your chat to help me out. I want my chat to enjoy my content. That's the key. I don't need help. I need people who want to watch me no matter what. That's the crucial key. Hey, Ruby, how's it going? That's facts right there. See, no matter what, a lot of people will come up with all sorts of excuses, but I don't need help with games. I don't need people to assist me with games. I don't need you to do anything other than to say hello. Most of the time that I play other games, I'll say it straight, at least my regulars, they say hello, they lurk, they watch. Even if they're not interested in the game, they'll put me on, you know, they'll be there. Because support means just showing up. Showing up and saying, hey, I'm here, I see you. Even if you don't play the other games that I play, that's fine. Well, if you're only here for TFD, that's cool, Sandman. That's cool. But in which case, I would suggest walking out the door because I'm not going to be here all the time. And you will probably spend more time watching other people anyway. So it's your choice, but you'd be wasting time watching me. Like I said, I'm only here for real community. Your choice at the end of the day. Hey, Jimbo, Ronnie, good to see you. Adam. Adam is another one that's always here, you know, and I appreciate that. Because we can tell who's really here for us and who's not. And ultimately, when I move, I want to know that there's people that are going to come with me. Any upcoming games? I'm actually going to be playing Lawbreaker tonight, which is going to be pretty interesting. It's a new roguelike game. Hello, Big Fish. I'm actually going to be looking forward to seeing that one in action. I've heard some positive things about it, but I don't know if it's going to catch on because right now roguelites, there's a lot of them in the market. For example, Megabonk. Megabonk has been a huge success. Shape of Dreams was a huge success when it dropped, but the roguelite market is quite saturated right now. So that remains to be seen whether or not Lawbreaker can break into the market. But I'm going to be checking it out tonight. I already tried Arc Raiders on the weekend, Big Fish, and you know, this is what I'll say to everybody. If you were a regular, you would have seen that. All right. I tried it out. I did one stream on it because everybody was like asking me to try it out, but it's not the game for me. I don't like extraction shooters. I find extraction shooters boring because why would I want to punish myself? If I'm going to play a game, I want to play it to enjoy myself, right? Not torture myself. So Arc Raiders to me is a worthless waste of a time. Because if you, for example, okay, let's say I level up and do well, right? Let's say I don't die, I win every single round. Where wins meet is not my genre, no. I will try it out if somebody gives me a sponsorship, Serena, but it's definitely not my genre game. I'm surprised that would even be something on your radar. Because Where Wins Meet is quite boring. It's a very, very chill game. It doesn't even look like it's got anything interesting about it. So yeah, I can't see it as a viable game. But yeah, Arc Raiders as an extraction shooter is extremely boring. To me, extraction shooters serve no purpose because when I play a game, I want to feel like I'm progressing. I want to feel like I am getting somewhere, that I'm doing something with my time, that I'm actually going to get somewhere and get something good done. But I feel that Arc Raiders is not the type of game because you can lose all your progress in a heartbeat. Like if somebody knocks you out during the round, you lose all your equipment and stuff, things like that. So it's not very fun for me in that sense. Like there's people that love it, there's people that enjoy it. If you do enjoy extraction shooters, by all means play it, you know. Don't let me color your perspective. But I would never ever yeah, goodbye Sandman. I would never ever play a game like that because I think that it's worthless. And you see, people like Sandman are exactly who I don't want in my community. Because, like, they're going to be like, later kid, good luck on building a community. These people will never be part of real communities, you know? These people won't be, and I'm not interested in that. Damien, I want to be honest with you. This is not an off day for me. This is me just being honest. A lot of people think that streamers have to be nice all the time. I don't operate on that basis. I actually am just full up, straight up honest with people. I don't lie. I just say things straight. That's actually how I've progressed a lot in the industry. Because, like I said, I don't want people here with me that are fake or that, you know, don't really want to be a part of a true community. Because we treat each other like family. So I never lie to people. I just say things straight. So this is not an off day for me. If you don't like me as it is, again, it's okay. I am not against that, but you should probably find somebody that's more your speed. As for the other games that I play a lot of other stuff. anything from Marvel Rivals, Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, I do a lot of indie games as well, as and when the devs, like, maybe they give me keys or I'm paid to do a review or stuff like that. I basically do anything. As long as I'm given a chance by the developers. Like, I played Borderlands 4, 2K gave me a key. It was a lot of fun. Playing the story. But I don't know if I'd make content for it long term, like maybe in future. Like right now, I'm just more or less Chilimanjaro on it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I do. Mainly because I stream twice per day, you can always check out something. There's always going to be something there. I'm never on Twitch, Common Vortex. I'm only on YouTube. I don't know why people think I'm a Twitch streamer. You will only find my content on YouTube. I am on no other platform. I'm YouTube exclusive. All right? I will never be on Twitch ever, and I've never streamed on Twitch in the past few years. So anybody that wants to catch my streams is here and only here. And if you want to check out the games that I'm playing, Selena, like I said, show up to the streams. You'll see. All right? Turn your notifications on to all, and you'll see all the times that I stream, because I'm always streaming twice per day. So you get a chance to see all the different things. But it's not necessarily new games that I'll be playing. Sometimes I might return to old games as well. It just depends. Show up when you can, follow when you can, and show that you're a real supporter. That's all I ask of you, Selena, if you really want to follow me. Luna is a decent pick. Make sure you're playing Ultimate Luna. You don't want to be investing in normal Luna because you can't transfer the progress without the Photonic Imprinter, Common Vortex. You cannot transfer progress from a normal to Ultimate without the Photonic Imprinter, and the Photonic Imprinter is only available during missions, during certain events, when a new Ultimate is released, which will not happen often. And even then, for example, when they release the next Ultimate, which I believe is Eugen, then they will give a Photonic Imprinter for those that invested in normal Eugen, but that will be for transferring your progress from normal Eugen to Ultimate Eugen. If you choose to use it on another character, then you'll have to level up Ultimate Eugen separately. You get what I mean? Well, that's the way. That way you won't miss my videos and streams, right? Real supporters set their notifications on to all. They follow me across everything. Black Myth Wukong never played because at the time that it was released, I was a lot lower in the gaming channel rankings globally, so I don't think they ever gave me a key for that, so I never played it. Usually, if I'm not given a key, I don't play the game. It's very rare that I pick up and play a game on my own. The reason is because I prefer to invest where people invest in me, sorta. So yeah, I never played Black Myth Wukong, therefore I cannot give you an honest opinion on it. Sorry. No, you don't. Well, yeah, I mean, you need to beat the storyline, Common Vortex. Once you get into hard mode, you can farm Ultimate Luna, absolutely. There's no troubles with that. But you should be getting through normal mode completely before you invest in any character. Have you seen the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide? Because that is the #1 video you should watch. It literally shows you everything you need to know about this game. It's an old video, but it still represents pretty much everything you need to know about this game. You might want to check that out. That's okay, Damien. Nothing wrong with being new. Like I said, I'm just an honest guy. And sometimes the first impression that I give people is pretty negative, but at the same time, I say it straight. I don't want snowflakes. My girlfriend's Irish, by the way. She's from Dublin. But yeah, I don't really care much about the opinion or the impression that I give people, because at the end of the day, if people listen to me and they can't see the realness in what I'm saying, I just don't bother with them, because I know that at the end of the day, they're going to turn their backs on me as soon as I have an opinion or a take that they don't like, Can't be everyone's cup of tea, right, Austin? So that's why, like, for me, I just focus on building community with people that want to follow me no matter what. Because the people that won't follow me just because I say something that might offend them or that, might shake them or make them feel like, oh, this guy, he's not, he doesn't love me or whatever. Like, yeah, no, I'm not into that. I'm just a straight up guy. That's why I just tell people to their face, you want to support me? You're with me no matter what. If you can't stand that, you can't stand the realness in what I'm saying, you can't stand the fact that I'm saying it to your face that, look, I want you with me on this journey, then, feck off, because there's no point in you being here. There's no point in you being here. There's no point in you watching me. You're wasting your time and I'm wasting my time, So I don't bother with that. I just say it straight. I just do my thing. I just chill. You don't really have to learn the music notes. Not realistically speaking. I mean, the way to do it is just you follow the bars as they hit, and once you're in her zone, you don't even have to bother. I mean, let's just do a round for shits and giggles, since I'm doing my dailies anyway. And you're normally a strategy game player? That's pretty cool. I'm not very good at strategy games. I used to play StarCraft 2 majorly, like in the past, but I'm too old. I don't have the reflexes for that anymore. I still play FPS though. FPS, third-person shooters, I love that kind of thing. If I'm going head-to-head PvP, yeah, that's my jam. So that's why I do play Marvel Rivals from time to time. I do want to do some ranking, but I just haven't had the time lately. Because Monster Hunter Wilds came up with their Dream Spell event, and I've been playing a lot of that. But yeah, basically with Luna, you just have to, especially if you're using, well, Ultimate Luna. The other Lunas I don't bother with anymore because Ultimate Luna is the way. But once you're in her Fever mode, there's no need to worry about hitting nodes. You only have to hit nodes outside of Fever mode. And even then, if you follow my methodology and you watch my tutorial video on how to play, then you can actually ignore nodes a lot. Like, there's ways that you can get around it. Like, I'm ignoring nodes right now. I'm just holding down the button. Kind of like that, see? And if I'm holding down the button, I can still get to maximum fever. You see what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that. It always sucks when your barber passes, man. A man's barber is his lifeline. I tell you that, you know? Hey, if you like Bloodborne, you'll get along with Barron. Barron loves Bloodborne. Anytime somebody mentions Bloodborne, he is on that. Hey, Barron, we got another Bloodborne person here. I am not really PvP in Souls games. In Souls games, I'm more like, I like the story, and I like to just experience it, but I'm not a PvP type person. Smite was cool, but I never really got into it. Like, I played it a good bit, but yeah, it just really wasn't my jam. I used to play a lot of Loki as a jungler, but yeah, I don't know. Smite just never stuck with me. He sounds like a damn cool guy, Barron. That's for sure. Because like I said, for me, at the end of the day, I don't need to care about people's hurt feelings or things like that. My people are my people. You're my soldiers, you're my clan, you're my family. You're with me through thick and thin, and that's all that I care about, you know? Yeah, Loki was fun. But again, I never got seriously into Smite. Like, I think at that point in my life, the PvP games were just taking too damn long. It just didn't feel good playing them. I needed shorter and shorter games, which is when I think I got into Heroes of the Storm. But Heroes of the Storm somehow like flopped so massively. Like, that was my MOBA because the matches were shorter. I guess a lot of people also didn't like how it could snowball and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I'm just so sad that Heroes of the Storm never truly picked up as a MOBA. Like, it was a great game in my personal opinion. I felt that Heroes of the Storm would have done so well because it was nice, quick matches sometimes. You didn't have to think too hard. Sure, the matches could get very snowbally if your team sucked, but that was my jam back in the day. But nowadays, I play a variety. I just play, you know, like, you can catch a variety of games on my channel. Sometimes I recommend good stuff to people because a lot of developers do approach me. A lot of companies do approach me with sponsorships here or there. You know, sometimes I play this, sometimes I play that. Yeah. I have never enjoyed PvP in Souls games. Mostly because I tend to dislike PvP when there's asymmetry. What do I mean by that? Like, I find that if there's like some feeling of unfairness, you know, I feel like if there's a lot of feeling of unfairness in the PvP, like this person has, oh, just because they've built this way, they have a significant advantage over you. I don't like that. I like it when everybody is on a level playing field. So like games like COD, sure, you could know a better gun than somebody else, but 95% of it is your skill with the game, the movements in the game, well, your frames, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like Marvel Rivals and Overwatch as well. I really enjoyed these games because although Overwatch, I never really got much viewership there, but Overwatch and Marvel Rivals were huge for me because Jeff is Jeff no matter what. Your skill with using Jeff, that's what's going to get you through the match, you know? Scarlet Witch is Scarlet Witch no matter no matter what you do, she's still Scarlet Witch. She's got the same kit as any other Scarlet Witch out there. But, you know, your skill is going to carry. Listen, that's exactly what I'm saying, Damien. People that actually know me, they understand that I'm just very real. All right? That's who I am. You want to support me more? You can super chat, become a channel member. But honestly, the first and most important thing is show up. See if you really like the streams that I do. Because I don't just stream TFD. I stream TFD, I stream Monster Hunter Wilds. If you show up to a few of my streams for a week and you find that my stream timings are good for you, you enjoy watching me as a creator across different games, you enjoy what I do, cool. Then you can think about supporting me more. But supporting me more isn't always money. Although I will, again, I've just questioned it straight to a lot of people's faces. You say you support me, but you haven't sent me a single dollar. Like, you spend on skins on this game, and you watch my content, you consume my videos, but you haven't sent me a single dollar? Like, come on, dude. That's not fair, right? But I don't expect people to spend. I only want people to spend if they really enjoy me. So first, start by showing up. You show up, you set your notifications on, you see when my stream timings are, you see whether or not my stream timings fit you, and you like watching me during your downtime, then that's when you can start supporting me more. Otherwise, you don't have to do that. Anyway, Austin, I believe I owe you some music, and I'm doing good, Ruby. I'm just here to touch base with the people, chill out. You know, I'm just here to talk, relax, and say it straight. Because, again, you know, I know that most people are just here. They're just here to see what's the haps, you know. They're not here to really support me. And tomorrow, if I'm streaming Monster Hunter Wilds in the morning, they're all going to be gone anyway. So I'm just relaxing, calling out the fake supporters, doing my thing. And again, look, I don't mind if people watch other people, because at the end of the day, I don't want people here who are not going to be here for me. All I want is real folks who are going to follow me through hell and high water. I want to see you guys on the next big thing that I'll be on. And if people aren't for that, then, well, too bad, you know? I appreciate you doing that, Ruby. Dealer's choice, huh? I'm going to promote some more of my military rock then. Because that really doesn't get much of a showcase. I think only George and John have really enjoyed that. But I'll promote some of my military rock. I always enjoy a little bit of that.
New super chat received.
On a personal level, I am very, very certain. Hey, Ronnie. I take it you want some more boy band stuff? Barron's about to get tortured again. Oof. But you let me know and I'll deliver. But yeah, for me, my video vibe is also a bit different to my live vibe, because my live vibe, you're getting the real interaction. And normally, my videos focus on a topic, you know? So that's why, like, look, at the end of the day, and I completely understand, like, when people say, when they first meet me, like, they may not like me, that's totally cool. At the end of the day, if those people, again, don't want to follow me, then they're not going to follow me, you know? The people that do, the people that really want to, they understand my realness. Freaky God? All right, all right. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's spare Barron tonight. I hear you, Ronnie. Okay. For those that don't know, I make my own music. All right, you can actually catch me on all major music platforms. I'm actually getting paid finally on Spotify, as well as you can find me on Apple Music, all the other places as well. All right. Thank you, new Irish friend. Now, I've got a lot of different types of music. Let me know what kind of music you're into. We got heavy metal. We got death metal. We got hip-hop. Authentic hip-hop. K-pop. I do boy band stuff now. All right. And military rock is one of my latest ones. I'll play that for Austin. We'll get Freaky God for Ronnie and Damien. You know what? You let me know what kind of music taste you're into, and I'll see if I got something that can match you. Let's go and do a little bit of farming. And for those that haven't seen my Kyle farming build yet, you guys are missing out. All right, let's go play some Kyle. Because why not? He's a little bit of fun. And we'll go hit the wall crasher after. Hopefully we can actually hit wall crasher, maybe a little bit of void vessel. We'll see what we can do. Okay, we got liquefied AX vault, emergency deployment zone. We'll go for the liquefied AX vault. Now, for anyone that's never heard the military rock, and by the way, this is another way that I can get all the fake supporters out of my channel. When I start playing my music, those people that ain't down for me, they just leave the channel because they don't want to listen to my music. But these songs, yeah, that's the good stuff. Now,
New super
again,
chat received.
play my new favorite. I don't have a new favorite, so tell you what. Listen, Ruby, you haven't been here in a while. Do you like boy bands, Ruby? Do you like boy bands? Because if you like boy bands, I'll play you a boy band song. I'm actually really bad at Dead by Daylight. I played it in the past, but it was not for
A
me.
new member has arrived.
Well, Neo Tengu, cool bot, huh? Lowest level membership? Okay, that's a start. Let me see if you can go even higher than that. Country? Nah, we don't have country, but my military rock has a bit of a southern twang. So, listen to this. Anyone that respects veterans out there, I hope you guys will enjoy this song. It's very real.
I was just
It should be.
standing by the coffee machine, checking out the menu, same old scene. The lights were soft, the music low, a place where nothing scary goes. But then the espresso maker hiss, and a sound just slammed me in the chest. The air went heavy, cold and dead, and the real world vanished in my head. I smelled the dust and gasoline, heard the rattle of an M16, felt the floor shake, tasted metal, saw the concrete crack and settle. I dropped the cup and I hit the floor, searching for the nearest door. Where's my rifle? Where's the dust? I only know I can trust. It hits you in the sudden silence, it rips you from the calm. It's a lightning strike of violence, the memory is a bomb. You can't outrun the ghost when it knows your name. Every quiet street just looks the same. I went away for a moment, didn't you see? And that terrible moment came back for me. Came back for me. The manager's talking softly now. Sir, you okay? Please tell me how. My eyes are wide, I can't focus yet. My shirt is soaked in freezing sweat. I look at the floor expecting blood, but it's just the coffee, a brown muddy flood. I pick myself up slow and steep from a place where promises you couldn't keep. It hits you in the sudden silence, it rips you from the calm. It's a lightning strike of violence, the memory is a bomb. You can't outrun the ghost when it knows your name. Every quiet street just looks the same. I went away for a moment, didn't you see? And that terrible moment came back for me. knocking, I'm here, but I'm miles away, just waiting for the light of day.
So you actually be able to find my music on every single music platform, but for Deezer, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, all these other places, right? You will only get my tracks after the full album is released, whereas SoundCloud, you get them on release. So as soon as I finish a song and I'm working on an album, it'll go up on SoundCloud. Right now I'm finishing up with my hip hop album, which I'll play a couple of tracks for you. Ruby, glad to hear that you like my military rock. I'll happily play a couple more military rock tracks just to promote the album. But yeah, please look for that. Look forward to that, because this one has been verified by an actual military veteran. They said that the tracks are very realistic, so I'll play a couple more for you guys. But first, I believe I owe Freaky God, which surprisingly Barron doesn't mind. It's a K-pop track that I made, and I know Ronnie loves it, so here we go. Let's get some Freaky God out in here, all right? For anyone that's never heard Freaky God, well, I think you guys will have some fun. All right, it's a fun little K-pop bop. So here we go. This one's for Ronnie, and remember, Kyle is still one of the fastest farmers in the game.
Descendant,
That's okay, Bijou. I only timed you out for like 5 minutes, dude. But anyway, just call me Robot. You know, I mean, it's sensible, right? Makes sense, right, sir? Most people would call somebody by their name, not by their race, right? Anyway, here's Freaky God. Please enjoy. And now that you've learned your lesson, please address me as Robot when you want to say anything, yeah?
Yeah, we're back. Let's go.
Now, Ronnie loves this bop. And I make all these tracks myself. I know. I know you're not Barron.
What's the matter with you? 왜 그래? 난 그냥 나일뿐 눈치 보지 마. I'm doing me. 이 밤을 즐겨 freaky, yeah.
Oh, I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit strange, but that's my superpower. Can't you see the change?
Sorry, not sorry. That's just the way I am.
Rule breaker, heart shaker, yeah, I don't give a damn. 춤춰 더 크게 louder than the bass. 이 순간을 느껴. No one can replace me. I'm a vibe. Oh my God. Me. I'm a freaky god.
다들 똑같은 fashion, 똑같은 talk. 난 그저 내 마음대로 걷는 walk. 삐뚤어진 선 위에서 춤춰. 이게 내 세상, baby, you should know. What's the matter with you? 왜 그래? 난 그냥 날뿐 눈치 보지 마. I'm doing me. 이 밤을 즐겨 freaky, yeah.
It's a good song.
Oh, I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit strange, but that's my superpower. Can't you see the change? Sorry, not sorry. That's just the way I am. Rule breaker, heart shaker, yeah, I don't give a damn. 춤춰 더 크게 louder than the bass.
I made this for Ultimate Luna
No
originally.
one can replace me. I'm a vibe. Oh my God. Me. I'm a freaky god.
Yeah, you call it weird, I call it real. 매일 밤 숨겨왔던 my biggest fear. 모두가 원하는 그 틀에 날 가두고 싶었지. 웃으며 가면서지만 속은 지켜준 peace. 자유롭다 외치지만 사실은 고독. 이 화려한 무대 뒤 숨어버린 소독. I don't fit in, yeah, I know that's true. 하지만 내 자신을 속일 순 없어, not for you.
어둠 속에서 찾은 나의 빛. 이젠 절대 숨기지 않아. 내가 제일 나다울 때 가장 밝게 빛나는 법을 알았어. I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit strange, but that's my superpower. Can't you see the change? Sorry, not sorry. That's just the way I am. Rule breaker,
later, Broly. There you go. Nice finish for Freaky God right there. Ooh, that was fast. 3 minutes and 32 seconds. That was nice. Thanks for enjoying my military rock. Yeah, I actually made these K-pop tracks initially when I was playing with Ultimate Luna. Surprised that you like it, Damien, but that's okay. If you like it, then feel free. I can play you a K-pop track for your super chat. All right. My K-pop is probably not going on Spotify soon. Like I said, first it has to go on SoundCloud. Then after SoundCloud, it'll be released on the major music platforms as music, and then it goes in stages. I go album by album, but eventually I will roll some more K-pop. So yeah, I do look forward to it eventually. Yeah. Okay. Now then. Big Fish, with the new AI tools, you can make a music video. Yeah, I could, but AI tools right now for videos are still expensive. So unless you're gonna fund that for me, Big Fish, I can't afford it right now. But maybe if my music gets more popular. Like I said, if you want to support me, did you know that one of the best ways you can support me for free? Go play my tracks on SoundCloud. Hit me up on a major music platform like Spotify or whatever else, you know. Go for it. No, I don't think so, Ruby. You can highlight the issue in the official Discord, but I haven't had any issues collecting my stuff. You're preparing the face, Baron? Sure. You can go ahead and prepare the face. SoundCloud is free. Just sign up an account, go there and play my music. It's free. But yeah, a lot of these tracks are not on SoundCloud yet. They will get released as they're getting prepped for the album. So right now, it's my hip-hop stuff that's being released on SoundCloud. Eventually, though, I will release some of these. But anyway, all right. Let's have a little more K-pop. Why not? Just a little bit of fun for the crowd. A little bit of fun for Damien over there. Then I'll play some more military rock.
Descendant, bogus comms traffic
Here we go.
is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of
The update's at 3 p.m. my time, so one more hour. And it's going to be just a minor update, but I think they're skins. I don't know.
Who am I?
Wait till I go through the patch notes later.
Yeah, tell me, who am I? 수많은 카메라 속에 비춰진 나 완벽한 미소 감춰진 내 마스크 모두가 원하는 모습을 연기해 이 무대 위에서 난 혼자 외톨이 빛을 향해 손을 뻗어보지만 닿을 수 없는 저 너머의 real me 텅 빈 눈빛 공허한 웃음 이 가면 뒤에 숨은 나를 봐 Mirror, mirror on the wall Tell me who I am after all 쏟아지는 관심 But I'm feeling so alone 이 가짜 세상 속 I'm losing my soul Dancing on a stage, a puppet on a string I'm fading out like a forgotten dream Oh, I just wanna break free I just wanna be me 거울 속에 나에게 말해줘 It's okay 밤이 되면 깨어나는 또 다른 날 화려한 조명 꺼진 그 자리 네온 사이 날의 낯선 그림자 길 잃은 아이처럼
see.
헤매고 있어 빛을 향해 손을 뻗어
Maybe the collect all function is bugged. Could be.
닿을 수 없는 저 너머의 real me 텅 빈 눈빛 공허한 웃음 이 가면 뒤에 숨은 나를 봐 Mirror man the wall Tell me who I am after all 쏟아지는 관심 But I'm feeling so alone 이 가짜 세상 속 I'm losing my soul Dancing on a stage a puppet on a string I'm fading out like a forgotten dream Oh I just wanna break free I just wanna be me 거울 속에 나에게 말해줘 It's okay Yeah look at the screen I picture perfect life 수많은 좋아요 but all I feel is the hollow inside 가슴에 박힌 못해 we hate for word you wrote 내 껍데기만 사랑하는 you don't even know me bro I'm screaming but no one can hear it I'm standing right here 네 환상 속에 갇힌 나 what a silent fear break the glass break this reflection just let me go I'm tired of the show I'm tired of the sack I'm tired of the whole damn thing yo 언제쯤이면 이 가면을 벗을까 진짜 내 모습을 보여줄 수 있을까 숨 쉴 곳이 필요해 Just for a day My true self don't fade away Mirror, mirror on the wall Tell me who I am after all 쏟아지는 관심 But I'm feeling so alone 이 가짜 세상 속 I'm losing my soul Dancing on a stage A puppet on a string I'm fading out like a forgotten dream Oh I just wanna break free I just wanna be me 거울 속에 나에게 말해줘 It's okay Just tell me Who am I? Is it really me? Is it really me? Who am I?
All right, that's another nice little K-pop bop. So this will be the kind of stuff that you guys will be hearing if I do release a K-pop album. I will do my best, but we will see what goes in, yeah? All right, I'll play another military rock track in a little while, but if you guys are all having problems collecting it out of the mailbox, then I think that the major problem would seem to be, or would appear to be, the fact that the collect all function appears to be broken. Now, I collect the items individually, and I have never ever used the collect all function because I actually take a look at each mail so I can see what I'm getting. So if you are struggling to collect all and that appears to be your main issue, then let them know in the official Discord that the collect all function is broken, and hopefully they'll fix that, because they only recently released this function and the fact that it's already broken is beautiful. So that's good to know. But then again, skin focus, what can I say, right? Like, look, I get that they need money, but yeah, this is beyond sad. It's part of the reason why, like, every single time I think about this, like today myself, I was thinking about just streaming more Monster Hunter Wilds instead, you know? Yeah, sure, no problem, Damien. At some point, I think I'll work on it. I do think a lot of people are interested in the K-pop that I have to release, so I'm sure I can bring it out for you guys. Anyway, I always love seeing all the fake viewers dip when I play my music. And this is how, like I said, look, at the very start of stream, people think that I'm just calling people out. But at the end of the day, I don't want fake viewers with me. I want only real viewers who enjoy me and my content. You know? Now, that means the last update Bork did, Baron, which is completely normal. Like I said, they're always breaking things randomly as they update things. Sometimes just adding a skin to the game can break something else. You never know. It's one of the downsides of gaming. But yeah, like I said, I always love seeing the dip when I play my music, because at the end of the day, this music is a huge part of who I am. But if no, it wasn't over half the viewers. It was like 20 or so, but these are the people that they're not going to be coming with me at the end of the day anyway. So again, no matter what people say, this is why I don't have to care. This is why I don't have to worry about these people. Because for me, I look at the chat, and no matter how much people feel like they're being called out, I'm going to say it straight. If you're not here for everything that I do, you're not here to support me as a musician, you're not here to support me as a streamer, you're not here for everything that I do, what's the point? Because you should be following me for me, not for the games that I play. You know what I'm saying? You're here for the show. You're here, you know, for the real deal. Yeah, that's okay, Damien. Like I said, I don't care what impression I give people. I don't mind. Because whoever's meant to follow me on this journey, they're going to be with me no matter what. And those who are not meant to follow me on this journey, they'll go elsewhere, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm confident in myself because I know my position in the gaming industry. I know where I'm at, and I know how high I'm going to go. Because the more that I'm able to do all this stuff, the better, you know. And that's why I'll never shy away or worry about being likable. I'll never worry about, you know, not being real or not being true to myself. I'll say it and I'll put everybody on blast, because at the end of the day, it's not worth it having 1,000 viewers for your stream. All right? 1,000 viewers for your stream when they don't care about you. There's no point in that. That's why I don't care about these people. Like, most of them, they fake. They're not going to be here if I'm not streaming this game. They're not going to be here for anything. They don't even say hello. They don't even interact, you know? Yeah, like, I'm not worried about that kind of thing, Damien. I don't sweat it. I genuinely don't. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. If the first impression I give somebody is negative, I don't care. That's their problem, and it just proves that they're a snowflake because they did not stick around to hear the realness in what I'm saying. They did not stick around to understand. And if they don't want to understand, that's their problem. They're going to go watch somebody else. They'll say, oh, I like this guy's vibe. They might even end up supporting that guy. And then at the end of the day, boom, gone. Their creator's going to stop. They're not going to follow them. I've seen it happen to so many creators. Once they leave their main game, it's over for them. Done. Zero. Gone. All your viewership's over. I don't want that. I've had enough of that in my 4 years of content creation. I'm sick of it. I'm done. The only thing I worry about now is real viewers who are truly with me, who are here to support me, and who are here to stick with me, thick or thin, you know, whatever's going on, you know, they're going to be here. And that's been proven time and time again. So, like, through this entire time, I've gone through so many games. It started with, I had only one person watching me at times, which was Rena and Kaz. And these were the only two people that were with me. Now I've got a pretty stable crew. It's only around like 10 to 20 at any one point in time, but they're always with me. And that to me is more valuable than anything. These 10 to 20 people are my family, you know? And then I'm going to see more and more of these people showing up over time. I'm going to see more and more of these people showing up over time, truly supporting me as a creator, as an artist, as a musician. Because one day, all right, when my AI music gets me a Grammy, I want to see all these same people. I want to see all these same people with me because they're the ones that are going to be my thank you speech. They're going to be the ones that are with me on the day that I'm at the top. I don't care about the fakes along the way. And that's why you see a lot of people, right? They'll come up to me and be all like, oh, hey, Asian robot, man. I used to watch you all the time. I throw that, you know, you ever seen those people show up to my streams? I throw the question right back at them. You used to watch me all the time. Why'd you stop? Why weren't you here when I needed you? And you think I'm going to recognize you or give you a shout out? You think I'm going to say, hey, man, what's up? You know, you good? No. You get the hell out of my life and you get the hell out of my stream. You know what I'm saying? Because these people, they're fake. They're not here truly for me. They're just here for themselves. And I don't want that. You know, I don't need that. I'm the type of guy that's only about realness. You know? That's why, like, if you listen to my hip hop, it's very authentic. It's very real. Because that's all I care about. I care about the people who want to be here with me, being with me at the end. Because when I'm at the top, they're going to be with me. You know, and when I'm at the bottom, they're with me. That's facts. Now, before I play some more military rock, you know what? Ruby hasn't been here in a while. I want you to hear the new version of the hip hop that I've been working on. All right? My hip hop album, and I know you started with the, I remember you really liked the Rude Boys flow. You might like the new stuff on SoundCloud, Ruby, because it's all old school style hip hop. So this one's for all of you guys. I hope you'll enjoy it. All right, this is the final song in the album, which you guys are going to get to hear very soon. It's called The Final Count. Never heard of that, Damien. Nice.
This is the final count.
Well, if they ever sponsor me, then I'll happily play their game.
I see the mother's eyes in the rearview mirror of the getaway. The cost of the code is the debt I gotta pay every day. 9 to 5 crime, the clock never stops running. You see, they call it freedom. I call it permanent anxiety. The iron on my hip is heavy, but the guilt is heavier still. I built this empire on a void that I can never fill. Yeah, we fought the system, but who's left to fight the man in the glass? The mother's cries echoing in the shadows of the past. They said failure ain't an option, so I embraced the flame. And the world they threw away is calling out my name. I'm walking with a bop, but I'm marching towards the end. You can't trust your partners, you can't even trust your friends. The final count is tallied and you're all coming up short. This ain't a game, this is the ultimate sport. Red carpet riot, we burn down the whole thing. We the uncounted, hear the sound when the trigger rings. Pay to move, the fee is high, the rule is mine. The rude boy code breaks the chains of space and time. I line up the shots, this is my target practice field. I'm running a strategy that can never be revealed. I'm the grave digger, the life bringer, I'm the king maker now. You want the truth, I took it, no need for the vow. I'm fluent in the Queen's language, still off with your top. Knock the coffin off, moonwalk across the stop. I swallowed a whole bottle, red pill, blue pill is done. The victory's not enough until the whole war is won. You gotta talk to the God before you step in the room. We here to shake the foundations and shatter the doom. I see the three types and I sit on the throne in the middle. You're talking big money, I'm talking every single nickel. No time for the saw, no space for the fade. The iron is forged, the promise is made. I'm the captain, the chief, the final commander. You're the supplier, I'm the expander. You can't stop the flow, you can't block the sun. We came for the prize and the battle is won. Rude boys! Rule, yeah! Rule, yeah! I took the pain and weaponized the tears I couldn't shed. Turned every lie they told me into a truth in my head. The target is the system, the sketch artist is blind. They can't draw the vision of the future that I find. I'm running through the Louvre with the Tomb Raiders. I shoot the foundation, scared all the traitors. You wanna talk tough, you need a phaser. I got the code, I take the whole planet, lighten the load. No matter how many men you have on your squad, I'm the unforgiving, the ultimate god. I am the code, the commander, the one who survives the end, the final sinner that they cannot condemn. We are the winners, we are the fire, we are the truth, we are the desire. The final code, the final fee, you will pay the price to move like me. The final count is tallied and you're all coming up short. This ain't a game, this is the ultimate sport. Red carpet ride, we burn down the whole thing. We the uncounted, hear the sound when the trigger rings. Pay to move, the fee is high, the rule is mine. The rude boy code breaks the chains of space and time. They call us sinner. Yeah. They call us sinner. It's all us. Yeah. 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 They call us. Wait. They call us. Cyrus. Yeah. They call us. Rude boys. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And that will be the conclusion of my hip-hop album. So I hope you guys will look forward to it. And I played that one because I know Ruby likes the old school hip-hop, and we just did a whole album on it, so look forward to it. And she should be on PlayStation. Not sure why she hasn't replied yet, but I'm pretty sure she is on PlayStation, last I remember. Anyway, next round I'll finish up the promotion with one of my new military rock songs, so thank you all very much for the support today. Yeah, you should be able to do about like 1.2 billion or so, but it also depends on how much damage the other people do in the run. There's no set amount that you'll do, man. It's all about how well you're hitting your skills and things like that. What's your damage looking like? Most of the time, like the lowest I've ever done is like 700, but that was a very rare circumstance. Like if you die during the run, or you get knocked down, or you get knocked out, then you'll do less, of course. But I mean, well, look, Big Fish, this is one of the reasons why I say you got to tune in a lot. you want to learn the technique, then you got to tune in regularly, man. But if you're doing the same things that I had showed in my how to play video, then you should be fine. Like, all I do is just make sure you're in frenzy mode and just start blasting. If you're not doing damage, you're playing wrong. That means you haven't learned and you haven't observed enough. You do need to practice, and that's why I say, you know, because look, I know you ask a lot of questions, but you got to show up often. All right? You got to show some real support, dude. Your support is lacking. And that's why you're also lacking in the skills. Because if you watch and observe me more often, especially during the times that I was playing Ultimate Luna often, then you will see, well, a lot better about what we do, right? People think I harp on support a lot, but this is actually one of the reasons why. Not trying to have a go at Big Fish, but if you really want to know about this game, you really want to learn about this game, then you should be watching me all the time. You should see how I do things, because I always show it. Whether it's Monster Hunter Wilds, whether it's this game, whether it's any other game, I always show fully how stuff is done. And anything that I can do, you can do. But you got to learn how, and that starts by sitting down, observing, and, you know, watching. Yeah, I'm able to collect out the mailbox, but I never use the collect all function. Everybody learns a lot from me, but they got to be here to watch. That's why I say it so often. I got to see the support. If you're not here supporting all the time, then you're wasting your time. Because you won't learn anything from a single video. You won't learn anything just by watching one video. You know, no matter how good the video is, at the end of the day, you got to see the plays. You got to see the real deal. If you don't do that, it'll never work for you. All right? And that's just me being 100% honest with all y'all. Okay. Now, one last promotion for my military rock. I hope you guys will love this. Again, for those of you that like that vibe, please enjoy. See you later, Damien. I hope to see you again in more of my streams.
I still wake up fighting the ghost of who I was when nowhere left to run or hide. I stare at the ceiling, waiting for the smoke, waiting for the sirens and the sound. But all I hear is silence and the pain of not being found.
Hope to see it. want to see everybody showing up for all my stuff. That's important.
Every single veteran who feels like they're breaking down, know that you are not alone in this fight. We are holding the line for this town.
There we go. I hope you guys will enjoy the Military Rock album when it releases. All right, remember to hit me up on SoundCloud, and now I'm getting paid on all major music platforms, so you can hit me up anywhere. But SoundCloud will get the music tracks first. So after that, once the album is done, then it gets distributed on Spotify and all the other places. So please look forward to it. Thank you once again for all of your lovely super chats and support. And I won't shy away from saying that, look, if you really support me, I want to see your faces, all right? Those people that I don't see for other games, you know, and you only turn up whenever I stream TFD, that's cool. But you're going to get the love that you give to me, all right? What you give to somebody is what you get. So those that don't put effort into me, well, I'm not going to put effort into you. But for my real ones who are with me through thick and thin, I hold the line because of you guys. Hey, Ruby's back. I think Barron was asking earlier, Ruby, if you're on PlayStation. Now the only one I'm worried about is Foxy, because normally she does reply if I contact her. I've just been checking on her regularly, but she hasn't replied in a while. I hope her situation has not taken a turn for the more serious, because I do miss having the Foxarella around, but we'll see. Hopefully everything is fine. I'll just, I will keep trying though. I usually check in every few days or so. I don't want to be annoying. But yeah, normally she does reply, but she hasn't replied recently, so hopefully everything will be fine. She's been taking care of a family situation for a while, but although unfortunately that's how life can happen all of a sudden. It can just take you by the neck.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Fingers crossed for sure, Barron. Fingers crossed for sure. Yep, she is one of our family after all. But yeah, I do check in on her from time to time. But yeah, unfortunately, her stuff, like her situation, yeah, I think she's definitely going through some family stuff right now. No. No, actually. She never came back. But that's okay. Like I said, sometimes people do dip, and that's just how it goes. But in her case, I don't know the situation or whatever, but whatever the case is, I'm sure she's fine. It happens. You know? Just as I find people that stick with me as family,
Descendant,
you know,
all
some
this
folks,
drone traffic is
they
increasing at your location. It looks like Legion
they
of
choose their
Creation.
own pathways eventually, and that's okay. I honestly make no bones about it. Because life, I always say, is a journey where you're gonna meet a lot of people. And sometimes, you know, like, although I've always talked about the fact that I do want people who are here with me for real to be with me at the end when I reach that final stage in the journey, I know that not everybody's gonna be there. Yeah. No, that's completely fine, Ruby. Like, that's for everybody. Everybody's the same with that, and again, I make no bones about it. As long as somebody's family to me, they're family forever. As long as they don't turn their back on the family, then it's cool, you know? I'll let people take their time to prove themselves, but those that are here, that are gonna be here with me through that thick and thin, you know, I'm gonna see them at the end. I'm gonna see them at the end of the day because they're gonna be here. They're gonna be the ones that I see at the end. They're gonna be the ones that I see, you know, with me when I'm at the top.
Breach creature response
So
confirmed.
some people won't be there, some people may not be there, but I hope, of course, it'll be most of you guys. Most of the family there on that day. That's why, like I said, when I build a community, that's what it's all about. Can't please everybody, like Acosta says, but for me, it's just that I want to make sure that the people that are here are all 100% real. And when we get there, you know, then I can proudly say that this is my crew. This is the ones who are here, you know.
Colony of breach creatures spotted inside the operation zone.
I'll have to turn up the game sounds. I forgot I turned it down for the music, but
Primary
I'll turn it back up
tactical
again.
objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy. information signal in the skies nearby. Descendant, Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Let's go! Get a real feel for it! Feels amazing!
Let's see where we're at right now. How much longer until 3 p.m.? Okay. After the next wall crasher, we should have the patch notes. So let's see what they do today. If it really is more skins, though, I tell you, I'm just gonna flip the table. There's no point in this. They should really be putting their effort into content and not more skins.
Breach creature response confirmed. Approaching location. Feels amazing! Get a real feel for it! Let's go! Feels amazing! Colony of breach creatures spotted inside the operation zone. Feels amazing! Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Okay, let's head back. Now what shall I do until the patch notes arrive? Since the game is so boring and there's nothing here to do, I'll just play Kyle and go bomb Lava Citadel for shits and giggles. Hey, Troy. I tell you, if they really release nothing but more skins, that's just not gonna be cool. Okay, acquire all attached items. Ah, so that function doesn't work. So pressing acquire all attached items doesn't work. But if we go here and we click the individual item, like so, then it works. So basically, the get all function is the one that's borked. And I'm sure they'll fix it today if they're aware. If they're not aware of how to fix it, then I feel sad for you guys, but there's nothing much I can do at that point. So for anyone that needed the confirmation, that is the confirmation for you guys right there. Oh, they actually did bother putting up some nice, cool decos.
Why did you take so long? Don't just leave me to worry.
Nell, you have a husband. Why you coming up with that kind of stuff, huh? And saying that kind of lines? I'll tell you, they literally made these lines, you know. Yeah, we are homeboy science. And if you have an issue for that, then I would suggest not playing this game because it ain't for you, pal. Yes, we are dancing enemies to death. Dancing in the moonlight, okay? Get up on the floor, dancing all night long. Is that kind of vibe? Okay, get rid of all this. Okay, let's go purchase one of these. Let's get the lavish porcelain set. Yay! Nothing to do but to gotcha. Swapping over to One Punch Man. Boss variation. Boss variation. Okay, rest is all set. Bossing set. Alright, here we go. Let's go touch a citadel of lava for fun. At least until Wall Crash shows up. Okay. No idea, Baron, honestly. My concern is less than minimal, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, this is my new updated Kyle bossing build. But it's not the farming build. I haven't posted this build yet. If you guys want it, I'll post it.
Here I come.
It's designed to let him be a bossa nova. But it takes way longer than Ultimate Luna, so it's up to you whether or not you'd want to play it, but yeah. It's cool in its own way, don't get me wrong. It's just something you can use for fun, I guess, if you really, really want to. Yeah, sure. But it takes, like I said, it takes longer than Ultimate Luna, so honestly, if you want to farm this, there are way better choices. Because this is pretty slow. This is like, what, 2 minutes, 9 seconds? It's not very fast at all. And you can sort of do it faster, but you have to put in a bit more effort. I mean, I can show you the put in a bit more effort style, but yeah, it's okay-ish. You gotta wait. Unfortunately, you don't have a choice. You gotta wait until this is done. Okay, 2, 3, here we go. Although, why'd he go so far? I don't know. Freaking turtle walked away into like freaking Narnia over there. I think Ultimate Luna can do it faster. I'll check her best time after this. But yeah, you can only do it like slightly faster, and that's with you slamming into him with Kyle just to get a little bit of extra damage, but you still end up around 2 minutes here. So if people want this, I'll give it to them, but there's no point because, like I said, Ultimate Luna is better. I am not wrong, my Ultimate Luna was like a minute something. Let me double check. Okay. Yes, everything is correct. Coolio, let's go. Oops, almost went into the challenge mode. Could probably do it at some point, but lazy.
New super chat received.
Oh, thank you, Gabak. Please let me know what I can play for you. I hope you're doing well, my dear friend. Okay, so go slow on this one. First, you gotta build up. If you build up enough, then you hit with the you hit him with the second skill first. Sorry, the third skill first, so you can reduce their. You can make them take more incoming damage during the entire duration. If you get lucky and she hits all her notes and gets a full charge up again, you can probably give him the monster mash just like that. And hit the weak spot. Okay, this was an unlucky run, unfortunately. Yeah, I only got about 120 on that one. I've actually gotten way higher before, but normally you'd be able to start the run. Like, it's all dependent on how quickly she gets her fever. Oh, nice. Good to know that Bunny can do it. You just like beam with Bunny? Seems plausible to me. But yeah, I've never tried that before. You should post the build in the Discord, Gabak. I would love to see that.
Let the show begin.
Yeah, Luna's main issue for me is just how quickly she can hit weak spots. Because she can't hit weak spots fast enough. She struggles a lot. Damn. Death. Okay. Yeah, my Luna still gravitates between 110 to about 130, depending. Are the patch notes out? It's not supposed to be out yet. Let me have a look-see. Oh, it is. Hey. Okay, perfect. That's 18 minutes earlier. It's supposed to be at 3 p.m. Yeah, but let me see your bunny build. If you can really do it in 1 minute and 3 seconds, I want to see what what you're using to get there. Because that interests me a lot. I'm surprised that Bunny can do that much damage to Wall Crasher. So I want to know. If you don't mind, Gabak, could you show me your build? Thank you. Let's go through the patch notes first, and I'll play you one of my songs. Okay, here we are. Let's pull that up. Okay. I'll take away stream chat for a sec so I can read through this. All right. They tried to upgrade the sword farm, so now you have a low chance of getting extra materials. Okay, so now it applies toe to targets hit by Shadow Dash. That's cool, I guess. So now upgrading your swords actually helps that out. Fair enough. Okay. Surprisingly, they did not add any skins today. They just buffed the swords. Okay, well, let's try them out after this. I will exit the game and see if the patch has dropped. Interesting to see that they dropped it early. But yeah, what do you guys think so far? You guys think this is going to be good? Let's find out. I'm going to close the previous poll. We'll start a new one. There we go. New poll up for the people to vote. Now, while we have that going, I'll switch back to the patch notes screen and I'll wait. Okay, you can update your game right now, so I'm updating right now. But this toe thing seems good, and the Deus Ex Manus buff seems alright, but the problem is some of the invulnerability phases for bosses. We'll have to see whether or not it's actually good or decent. But let's find out. Let's find out. I'm an open-minded sort of man. Minimum piercing rate stat for melee weapons could exceed 1. Acquire all in the mailbox is now working, so Ruby should be fine with that. Okay. Nothing else too major. Coolio. Now I'm just waiting on the world to change. I'm still waiting on the world to change. I think what has impressed me the most is that they did not add any skins today. The fact that they didn't, okay, good. Hopefully they continue on the path of actually fixing shit. And I can respect that. I mean, the farm is still the same. It's going to be RNG dependent, so you do have to think about that. But if there is an improvement, then good. If there isn't, then not good. As straightforward as that sounds, that's how it is. Okay. We'll take Glay out for a little spin. Let me go add both of these in and see what it does.
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
Already have the range increase modifier. Not gonna worry about the priorities. I could further boost the range. Okay, give me a second.
Hey there, what can I help you
Let's
with?
see what happens when I boost the range further. Oh, thanks, Kate. Yep, give me a second. Let me turn that off. There we go. Thanks for reminding me. This should be fine. Should be. I gained 30 here. But this will cost me that in exchange for increased range. Ooh. Not sure how much I want that. How much is the max expandable range? If I take this off, how much is the difference? Let me see. Does it say anywhere if there is a maximum range? Doesn't seem to say it. Okay, let's test it now. If I use grip augmentation. And lol, Barron, you have to tell me these things, all right? How dare you not tell me? Anyway, okay, let's go. Let's give this a try. Let's see if there's any other location. Kingston. There's Slumber Valley. But Forgot Tents might be faster. Okay. The mats were a pain, but the sword blueprints were also RNG dependent, so I would say both ways were honestly a pain, Ruby, but now the pain should be lessened. It definitely took a lot longer to farm than I thought. I was just doing the same thing over and over, which is unfortunately still boring. But anyway, let's see how it goes. All right, let's put on some of the new stuff for Gabak. Let me see. How about this song, Gabak? It's part of my new military rock. I hope you'll enjoy it.
I walk past a picture on a shelf today of a kid with a clean face, laughing away. He looked so young, he looked so bright. He hadn't seen a single fight, and I stared at him, a stranger in my home. A life I live that now feels like alone. I reached out my hand, but he wasn't there. Just the empty space of time and air.
Hello, Ted.
The scars I carry now, you can't see them bleed. They're written in the way I look and the words I need. I spent a lifetime trying to erase the ghost of the things I did when I needed it the most. But running from a memory only makes it strong. You can't rewind the clock and right the wrong, so I stand here today with the man I've become. And I'm tired of feeling broken, tired of being numb. Goodbye to the man I used to be. He's gone forever and he's finally free. I'm tired of holding on to yesterday. He had to die so that I could stay. I look in the mirror and I see the fire. I see the fight in the heart that's climbing higher. I'm gonna learn to live with the damage that you see. I am not the man I was, and that's okay with me. I carried the guilt like an extra plate of armor. Thought the burden made me tougher, made me stronger. But all it did was sink me in the mud, choking on the bad days, poison in my blood. The war is over, now the fighting has to cease. I'm laying down the weapons and finding inner peace. It's a different kind of bravery that I need right now to forgive the former soldier. I don't know how, but somehow.
Well, I'm testing it now. It seems okay. They buffed it today, but I mean, it's fun, I guess, if you like slicing.
Piece by painful piece. I'm holding the line until the darkness finally sees. Just standing by the coffee machine.
Wait, sorry, I'll pause that track there. Thank you very much, Kabak. I hope you enjoyed that. That was one of my new military rock songs. Anyway, the big problem with swords is that they have no way of getting through certain invulnerabilities. For example, this, it can't get through that. You have to actually shoot the shield with an actual firearm. Yeah, of course, Flexodon. So that's what I was commenting on. They're fun, but they're nothing special. Because I could just use the restored relic. You see? That's okay. Most people stop playing already.
Detected.
But yeah, that's all I have to say on the swords. They're honestly not worth your time. Anyway, thank you again, Gabak, for the lovely super chat. I hope the song was enjoyable for you. My next album will be military rock, so it's a lot of songs that are going to hit the heart. But yeah, based on what I feel about this, I think they're okay. They're not super fantastic or anything, but it is what it is. You know, you can't really do too much there. However, it might give me a reason to work on Enzo's arcade tuning. I think I haven't worked on Enzo's arcade tuning yet. It might give me some reason to do so. So let's apply some Enzo for now. Now first I'm going to remove all this. No, the swords are fine for the game, but they have to like have target tracking and they need to be able to get through enemy shields and things like that because it makes no sense that they can't. That's the whole issue. That is literally the whole damn issue. Like the fact that they can't get through enemy stuff is like so wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I, in my mindset, in my grind set, I'm going wrong because I just can't accept that this is how it is because it just strikes me as this is wrong. You know, it's not supposed to be this way. Okay, anyway. Let's work on something totally new. Yeah, I haven't used enough crystallization catalyst. We'll start with overwhelming shield first. Then we'll have increased shield. The other thing is HP conversion, which can go there. And then after that, we will probably want increase hit points. Something like that should get us fairly close. Then next, we don't really need skill damage because we're not going to be utilizing any, realistically speaking. So we can use, because we want maximum duration. So now the cooldown. Okay, we need cooldowns first. So nimble fingers, MP conversion. Okay, this is fine. So pretty standard. We bring the cooldowns down, but we need the durations to go up. So skill extension. And we probably also need maximize duration there. Then we can bring the cooldowns down further. So focus on non-attribute. We can do something like that. And we also probably want, in terms of this, supply firearm enhancer. Okay, so we have that. The lowest cooldown here would be 9 seconds. We could get close to that. So I would need focus on singular. That in there. But it's still not close enough. Why? Oh, my Enzo doesn't even have any of this crap. Okay. And Enzo doesn't need any of the skill, power, range. He does need duration though. So Enzo would probably go something like this. And then up here, do I have a singular reactor with skill, duration, and cooldown? I think I don't yet. But we can just use something like this for now. This is already very, very close to the maximum cooldown value. All I need is my arcade tuning to hit, and we would have that. But I do want skill cost reduction as well. Nice, Serena. So skill cost reduction would be down here. This is such a waste, though. Because he really doesn't need any skill power. So the fastest way to get here would be something like this. If I could just reduce the skill cost a bit. Because I think his biggest issue now will be skill cost. My duration is good enough. I could get it in sync if I were to... Yeah, I think if I drop cost here, instead of this, I could get the duration and everything in sync, which should work really, really nicely. Swords are not necessarily slow-paced. There's a lot of games where swords do work out pretty darn nicely, but in order for them to do so, like I said, requires a bit of effort. Okay. So I can sort of I could get defense neutralization here if I'm willing to spend on it, but it's also pretty hard. This is a tough situation. Enzo has a very split arcade tuning path. I mean, not that it's not doable, but it's still pretty split. Doable, but split. Yeah, it's definitely gonna take a bit of effort to get everything done. But at the very least, I do need this. Okay, thanks, Kabak. I will check you. Let me check you. Oh, I see. Very interesting style there. You're going for crits, though. Hmm. Wave eruption. That's an interesting one. I don't think I could. It seems very clever. The reactor I definitely have. Interesting though. Interesting. Like, to me at least, it looks very cool. But why are you using glacial Synctium? Like, that's the only thing that I have to ask. Why glacial Synctium? Wouldn't an electric Synctium be better? Because as far as I can tell, glacial Synctium... Yeah, you're increasing chill skill power. Wouldn't electric skill power be better? Unless you put the wrong thing in there. But I'm pretty sure it should be electric Synctium. Well, that's a step in the right direction, Baron. I hope that they actually stick by that. But this is a glass cannon style build. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But, yeah, that's pretty wild. What do you mean Bunny can use any element? Her ability... Her ability is electric based. I mean, that would make very little sense. Because this sounds like a math bug. Because this thing is an electric skill, right? And it's not like it's taking the damage of your weapon. So if you're using glacial Synctium, that sounds like a bug. So, Austin, is there something that you know? Because Bunny cannot use any element. Bunny is an electric element character. Is there an unfair bug that is creating this? Because that should not be the case. Bunny's skill should not, based on what is being said here, it's an electric fusion skill. It should be improved by electric fusion. It should not be improved by... It should not be improved by anything else. I don't think he's trolling, no. Did you build this yourself, Gabak? Or... if it's acknowledged by the devs, you know, that's still not supposed to be the case because, okay, think about it this way. Yeah, fair enough. But I'm actually going to stand on my ground here and say this straight. This should not be how it works. Whether it's confirmed by the devs or not, I will still stand my ground and say this should not be the case. Because, think about it this way. If it could work with any element, and you are actually going to add another multiplier, that's a multiplier bracket. That means you are getting an additional multiplier bracket. Think about it this way. What you're getting is base, electric, fusion, and then another multiplier on top. That seems a little off. Because other characters cannot do this. So, if it's approved and acknowledged by the devs, that seems very strange to me. Because in that case, why don't we allow it for any other character out there and we can just stack as many as we can? Bunny carries the game? I guess so. But that is to me going into very, very silly and unfair territory. I mean, look, you guys use it if you want to, and I'm not going to say anything further if it's approved by the devs. All right, and you guys say it's confirmed by the devs. You use it if you want to, but I'm going to stand my ground and say, nope. This is an unfair advantage. I don't care whether the devs have approved it or not. This is wrong. This goes against the whole thing that they started with the silly Ines nerf. Then why can't Ines hit through walls with her first skill? What was the whole point of nerfing Ines in the first place if they're going to say, oh, well, you see, well, Bunny can use any element, so we can stack it up. That just disappoints me immensely. I'm not for that. Yeah. If that is how things want to work, you know, if that's how things are going to go, okay, but if they're going to break their own game rules, then I'm not interested in that. If I'm going to beat something, I'm going to beat it fairly. I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of anything else. Ultimate Luna is different. Ultimate Luna is different. You want to know why? It is not similar to how Ultimate Luna works. And I will tell you this right now, Selena. All right? And I'll say it to anybody's face right here. Ultimate Luna gets additional damage from the firearm. In which case, I can respect the fact that if she is going to get extra damage, then it should be from the firearm. It should not be from an outside element adding to the damage. This is wrong. This is wrong. If it is this wave eruption trigger module, and that is what I'm noticing, which means, Gabak, you definitely referenced a different builder's video, which is okay. Look, I don't really care that you did that. But if this is what is causing this, then to me, well, she doesn't have an eruption skill there, so I don't think it'll work on Ultimate Luna. But if it were to work, and I think Bunny does, so hold up. Wait, did that change the thing? Don't change that. Please give me back my power beyond. Because I'll say it straight. Diablo had exactly this problem when they introduced the fact that, like, I think it was Bone Spear. Before, this was all the way back in Season 0, Season 1, where you could just press one button to win. Because Bone Spear had all this kind of stuff. So it works particularly with this, and is it because of this particular trigger module that it is working in that manner? In which case, fair enough if that's how they want it to work. But again, I don't think that this is correct. No matter what is the point of having skills that do this? Because you are supposed to use the correct skills with the correct descendant. Otherwise, there should be no limitations. Again, adding another multiplier is stupid. But if that's how the devs want to do it, and like I said, if the devs say that it works, then fine. Cool, I leave it be. That's their problem, but I still am going to yeah, I'm still going to stand on my ground and say, nope, I have zero interest in this. So, Gabak, I hope you are, if you did get it from somebody else, I hope it's not from the person I'm thinking of. Because if you did get it from this person, then I will say it straight. I want nothing to do with this person, so I hope that you do not support this person, Gabak, because if you do, then I'm gonna have to ask you not to support me, because they are not somebody that we as the Robot Nation should be interacting with, or that we should be supporting or even using their stuff. Okay, it's your choice at the end of the day, Gabak, but I'm gonna say it straight. This is the first and only time I'm gonna ask you, if you genuinely support this person, please do not support me anymore. Because I want nothing to do with this person, and we should have nothing to do with this person as the Robot Nation. Because I don't know if you're aware, but this person has launched attacks against me, trolled me. They've done quite horrible things. We should stay away from them. All right? If a few content people have it, that's fine. Let them do it, but I am going to ask Gabak this one question, because Gabak is one of my top supporters, and I want to ask him straight, because this is not a person that we should support. This is a person we need to stay away from. And you guys know this because of how often they have trolled this channel. So please do be careful. All right? So Gabak, I'm just going to ask you this question straight. If it's really somebody you support, that's okay. You support them instead. You can leave me be. But if it's not that person, then okay, I'll DM you the name right now. But please be aware that this is a person that you must stay away from. I've sent you a DM on Discord. I will not name the name in a public place. So I only send this information to my private people. The reason I do not name names in public is to avoid drama, because a lot of creators like to create drama. He is a big drama llama. He is a massive asshole. So I personally will not even name him. I won't even talk about him. He doesn't deserve the attention. And I'm not going to cause drama or start drama on this channel. But he continuously starts drama with me. That's a him problem. But yeah, I won't ever say it. But anyway, Gabak, I just sent you the information. Let me know, because for me, this is a serious issue. But yeah, I will say it here that on this particular issue, I view it as even with dev approval, to me, this is a bug. This is not something that I want to be intended. I think that if we're going to do something, we should play a game fairly. It's exactly the same as Borderlands 4 having the massive crit knife, even they in a PvE game had to nerf it down, and theirs isn't even what I would consider like full-on live service. I mean, they do have an end game and stuff like that, but they're not a full-on live service. Even they nerfed the bleed crit knife because you can't have something that crosses the line like this. I mean, if they want it in the game, fine. But they're opening up a lot of weird future potential, because then I have to question, what is the point that we can, that some descendants are going to be limited by this and some descendants are not? What was the whole point of nerfing a Ness? I mean, look, it's been dev approved, guys. There's nothing we can do. And if they want that, then fine. But you see, Selena, if you make the argument that sometimes people only want to main one character, and thanks for clarifying, Gabak, I really appreciate that. If they only want to main one character, then what about those that want to main Glay? What about those that want to main Enzo? What about those that want to main other characters? What if the person wants to main Kyle? Because if this is the case, right? Let me just double check. What kind of skill is this one? Is it that type of skill? Because if we're gonna look at it, right? So let's take a look at Boss or Kyle. And we go here, and this one is considered multi-explosive projectile, right? So he can't have this. Then what is the point? It's not about them getting their chances in the future, Selena. You got to understand that this is game ruining. It's not something to be happy about, guys. And if you're not panicked about this, then I'm going to tell you right now that you guys are going to be in a more serious situation with games in the future. It's not just competitive games that need some degree of balancing. Once you start breaking your own game's rules, then anything goes. Any argument becomes valid. Because then, think about it this way, all right? I'm not trying to be mean to you, Selena, but I'll say it straight. All right? Like I've always done. I've always been straight with you guys, and I will say it straight here again, okay? Look, if this pisses anybody off, I'm sorry. I don't care whether it pisses you off or not, but I'm going to say it straight. If we allow this to be a standard, like a standard occurrence, if we allow this to be something that is perfectly normal and acceptable, then here's what's going to happen. Any argument becomes valid. Let me make an argument right now that goes like this. Okay, all these other descendants have a multitude of multipliers. For example, with Kyle right now, I've got non-attribute, tech, skill. How come with the restored relic on Glay, my only multipliers are firearm damage and then fire element skill power, and that's it. Oh, and then I can have weak points on top of that, but my restored relic finds it hard to hit weak points. Then where does it end? Why don't I allow multiple elements on my restored relic? Because guess what? Do you know the restored relic can have up to 2 cores, right? So let me just quickly show you guys in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Where is Dank Castle's wife? Okay, so the restored relic has 2 Xantic slots, right? So why can't I have fire attack here, or even better, why can't I have toxic attack, and then why can't I have chill attack, and this way I get triple the multipliers? Why can't I have that? You know, if we allow this for trigger modules, then what we're saying is that the game's rules don't matter. Even if we change and improve the game, that's good. But the change and improvements cannot break the rules of the game. If we say that descendants are bound by an element, and an archetype, right? Then Descendants must follow that. It absolutely doesn't make sense, Austin. It shouldn't. Because this is wrong. This is wrong. We cannot break the rules in this manner, even for our own game. Austin, I think you understand what I mean. Adding multiplier buckets in any video game where there's math, if you can just add multiplier brackets willy-nilly, then realistically, people will find the way to add the most multiplier brackets, you know, and just absolutely wipe it. This is a problem. Austin, come on. You're not an idiot. You're a smart man, same as me. I know you know what I mean, and you know that's not what I'm talking about. You know that I'm talking specifically about multiplier brackets and being able to add any element anytime. So you gotta understand that I'm not talking about the build here. I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about being able to build a toxic restored relic. You're not an idiot. You know that I know that you can build that, right? Come on, we're not stupid here. We're all high IQ people here. Yeah, of course you can call me RAR. What I'm talking about is breaking the rules of the game in a way that you can willy-nilly add more multiplier brackets. You're all smart people. You understand what multiplier brackets are, right? Chill skill power multiplied with non-attribute skill power, then multiplied with singular skill power, then multiplied with base skill power. Having additional multipliers changes things. If you guys want the math, let me do a little bit of math for you, okay? In case you guys don't know math, or maybe you're new to math, that's okay, no problem. This is a problem that was in Diablo 4 when it first started, so I can understand if some people don't understand what we're talking about, but let me just show you. Okay. Let's say we have raw numbers, right? And we'll keep the numbers small. 1.1 multiplied by, say, 1.2, and then multiplied by 1.3, okay? Will yield a result of 1.7.16. But if you were to multiply 1.1 by 1.2 and multiply by 1.2 and then 1.1 again, you get a result of 1.7424. Realistically speaking, what you are having is an additional multiplier at the end that further enhances the situation. All right? Essentially, the decimal point numbers are all the same. Now, this is a bit of a simplification. It doesn't actually work this way exactly. But back in the day of Diablo 4, right? And you can do the calculation yourself. But back in the day of Diablo 4, okay, what actually happened was that we had vulnerability, we had crits, and then we had the raw damage itself. So what people were doing is that they were stacking vulnerability, which was an additional damage multiplier. They were stacking crits, which were an additional multiplier. And together, you had 3 multiplying brackets: raw damage, vulnerability, crit. And on top of that, some people could even add overpower, which is another multiplier bracket. So all of these multiplication brackets caused issues and problems. Because what would happen was that this is how, in those types of games, you ended up getting to billions of damage. You see? Same thing that happens in Borderlands 4 with the bleed, crit, knife, whatever. It caused multiple multipliers to stack onto a target, allowing you to one-shot bosses. See, Serena, that is kind of the thing. Creating variety in builds comes from clever use of the Transcendent modules and creating modules that truly change the game, not solely through trigger module abuse or by bug abuse. Because in this particular circumstances, it's only working with one particular trigger module. Then the argument can be made that all trigger modules should have this because trigger modules are separate, right? So it's not a case of how do you make good builds. You cannot make more builds like this, because if this becomes the best build, then this becomes the one good build. And you still end up with one good build, Serena. Because if this is the most optimal way to play the game, then you still end up with one optimal build, because everybody's going to be abusing this trick instead of actually playing the game and discovering good builds. That's the problem. Whether you argue that this is an issue or not an issue, you're still caught, because anybody who obeys optimization or meta, or any game that has a meta, where a particular build is suggested as being the absolute best, you will end up with just playing that build, right? So if this is the best way to get damage multipliers, then realistically speaking, what you are going to be doing is you are actually going to be utilizing this particular build on as many characters as you can in order to get the maximum damage possible. You still end up with one build. So characters will still only end up having one good build. Makes sense, right? So you cannot solve a problem of variety by introducing something that breaks the rules. You cannot. It must be, you must introduce variety within your own game rules. The best games have that. They should indeed. They should indeed, Ruby. Maybe if they actually bother paying us, I wouldn't mind devoting my time. This is, in fact, a perfect time for me to highlight something to you guys. Speaking of build variety, right? The game, Monster Hunter Wilds, normally people play the bowgun in one manner, but did you know that my brother Truffles came up with a very interesting way to play the light bowgun? I actually finally got the one talisman that is needed, and this is not a bug, this is within the game rules, all right? But I finally got the talisman last night to play his build, and oh my god, it's so much fun. It turns the light bowgun from a machine gun into a shotgun, and I'll actually be playing that the next time I play Monster Hunter Wilds because it's so much fun. This is build variety. That's what they need to do here. They need to allow people to discover interesting ways to play the game that do not break the rule or structure of the game, by allowing them to reintroduce an additional multiplier, by allowing them to reintroduce something that is outside of said game rules. That's the only thing I have an issue with. That's the only thing I'm questioning. A statement they released about skins. All right, fine. Where is this statement? I don't see the statement in their news. So where is this information? Discord? Okay, it is on Discord as well, yeah. You're not wrong, Austin. I agree with you. We should, because it's not fair. If we can have a chill bunny, we can have a chill Serena. If we can have a chill Serena, then I deserve to have a chill. Deserve to have like a full elemental ultimate Luna. Why not? Why can't I have an ultimate Luna that has all elements, right? Makes sense, right, Austin? That's exactly what I'm saying, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about, because this is wrong. Anyway, fine. Let me take a look and read through the article. Let's see. I'll pull that up for you guys. Okie dokie day. Let's have a look. Yeah, fire and ice blare, bro. We could do like some avatar shit down here. Like It makes sense. It makes sense, you know? Where does it stop? Okay. Min Xiao Q says that they have thoroughly reviewed all feedback regarding the quality of the Halloween skins. They sincerely empathize with our concerns, and based on this feedback, they've reoriented their approach for individual skins being prepared from 2026 onward to ensure that each descendant has a clear and distinct identity. So this is concept art for skin direction and whatnot. Since skin production from design to implementation and release requires several months or more, the new direction could not be applied to Halloween skins or some that are already in production. We apologize to those who may have felt disappointed for this. Okay, the entire dev team has reviewed the feedback provided regarding the individual skins currently being released. As a result, we have decided that the previously revealed cleaning service and medical support skins will not be sold as paid products. They'll be made available to future events, like Barron said, and in-game activities. Moving forward, we will thoroughly prepare individual skins to ensure both distinctiveness and quality for each skins. However, as the number of descendants increases, it becomes increasingly difficult to create individual skins for all descendants simultaneously. Therefore, we plan to rotate descendants for each individual skin theme going forward. However, when there are major season updates, we plan to release skins for all descendants together. Of course, we will continue to release universal skins as well. Beyond skins, we are reviewing all the feedback from the community following the October update. We are establishing mid to long-term development plans to address the First Descendant's shortcomings and improve its overall quality, and plan to share more information through a separate announcement once preparations are complete. So why did you want me to read this, Selena? I have heard of this, but they're not promising anything good. They're just saying they're going to release more skins, which again is not addressing the core concern. Content is the core concern. I don't care about skins. Nobody cares about skins. We are like the skin quality. If we want to talk about it for a second, let's take a look at skin quality. Glay looks like that. And then we have Haley, which looks like that. Like, there's very little change you can do because there's very little on the skin. Let's be honest about that. Even when it comes to the succubus stuff, Bunny looks pretty good. Sharon looks pretty good to me. And, well, Serena, obviously. If we're talking about it not looking distinct, I don't see the issue. I think that they are fairly decent on their own. Like, it doesn't seem to be a big problem. I mean, long neck, that's a completely separate big issue, but I'm not seeing a major problem. To me, I don't see a major problem. Focusing on skins, I think, is the wrong issue. We need to be focusing on content here. That would mean a lot more to me than this. So, I'm happy that they're going to release some skins for free, but they need to be focusing up on content, not worrying about skins. They need to be focusing up on, hey, get some shit done. Anyway, give me a second. I'm going to play some Enzo right now. I want to try Enzo with some swords just to see what will happen. So bear with me because I want to see this. There's my firebrand set. Yeah, but they didn't say anything sure. Like, it's not that I don't believe them, but okay, how do I say this? When I have a plan, I'm very detailed about my plan. Although I know that they don't want to say everything early, I am literally just how can I believe in it when there's no evidence to believe in? You understand? There's no evidence for me to say, hey, I 100% believe you about this, because I don't and I can't, you know? So if I want to believe them, and I do, I need a reason to believe them. And right now I don't have a reason to believe them, you know? So that for me is, I guess, the main issue, because as much as I want to believe them, it's like they're not saying anything important. And if they're not telling me anything important, then what am I supposed to do? You know? So it's a cool statement, but it seems like they're paying lip service. You understand? I want to believe them, but they need to show me the evidence. Where's the evidence? I need to see the evidence, you know? If I can see the evidence, I'm happy. If I can't see the evidence, then what can I do? There's nothing I can do. Anyway, let's go run around with Enzo for a bit. Let's see how Enzo feels with all of this. Black Order, I will test that. That is a ridiculous
If
bug.
all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
That would be a horrendous bug, though. Tell you what, actually I can test it right now. Let me just quickly save this for good old Enzo for fun. I'm gonna save this for Enzo. Let's test that because that sounds hilarious. Hilariously bad, I mean. And in terms of doggos, 1 second. Where are my doggo? Give me mana potion. My inversion reinforcer. Enzo needs more mana. Oh. Hence why I mentioned it sounds to me like lip service. It's a nice sentiment, but that's really all it is. I don't want sentiment, I want results. But no, I read that statement. I read the full statement. It's just that I did not see anything worthwhile in my personal opinion. But okay, let's actually test this because this is hilarious if it does work. Here's Farming Kyle. Okay, so we're going to take off Overwhelming Shield, right? And this is our RK tuning. Okay, so my shields without it. Now we don't have Overwhelming, all right? And we have not added the purple, so we're going to leave just one dot here for this, okay? So now, if I add Overwhelming Shield, just normally, okay, Overwhelming Shield. Okay, he ends up at the previous value of 17,690. So let's remove this. Okay, 17,690, right? So now, before adding any of this in, we add in this purple mod and we save it. So this is RK tuning beforehand. And then now we put in Overwhelming Shield. He ends up at 18. Lovely bug. So apparently, the timing at which you add the mod matters. Thank you for telling me this, Black Order, because this is absolutely hilarious. Wow. That is a stupid bug. That is a stupid, stupid bug, I tell you. Okay, I'm gonna go call my girl now. Hey, sorry I'm late. No, my alarm didn't go off properly. I'm so sorry about that. I always have the alarm on. Yeah, I checked the time and I was like, you know, it's like in my mind, I was like, isn't it about time to call Kaz? I'm like, something's wrong here. Something is wrong. Alarm didn't go off. And I am so sorry about that. Yeah, no problem. How'd you sleep? I only worry about not calling you just in case you don't wake up in the morning. I'm like, all good, all good. But you sound better rested today. So hopefully you slept well last night. Yeah, I slept relatively early as well. So things are all right. Yes, indeed. Now just working through some First Descendant, and then later in the evening I'll be checking out a new game. So things should be all right. Yep. However, I miss spending time with you, you massive nerd. Yeah. Yeah. Dish. A dish overtime. Yeah, we shall have to spend some time on the weekend. Okay. I shall look forward to it then. You have a good day at work, and I will text you as soon as I can. All right. I love you too. Love you, and bye. Yeah. I'm surprised my alarm didn't go off. I knew something was wrong when it's about this time. I rarely, if ever, miss a day. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so this bug just proves that whatever spaghetti code they have for this is exactly the problem that this whole chill power thing proves as well. Ugh, what a waste. But anyway, thank you for letting me know, Black Order. I will probably put out a video on this tomorrow-ish or the day after, whichever. I'll film it later and worry about it later. But this is absolutely stupid. And let me see if it changes if I apply something. Oh my god. Why is this not saving the vehicle? It's also not saving my fellow. It saved the rest of my loadout, but y'all saw me save the loadout, right? And only now is it saving this. It didn't save my inversion reinforcer either. Bugger. Okay, how about this? Now let me save the inversion reinforcer. Did I save it to the wrong slot? I didn't, right? So I'm pretty sure this is the correct slot. Okay, now it's running correctly. I swear. Okay, let me reapply him. Oh, it does work. So basically, if you've applied this module after the fact, then that happens to run well for Enzo. Lovely. Sorry for Kyle. It'll probably be the same for Enzo. But that is redonkulous. And every month we will get a balance update for Descendants. Yes. Roughly every month or so. They are trying to rebalance, but it's like they're spaghettifying their code. And this, I don't know if I can 100% agree to this being the greatest possible situation. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly clear Sigma sector. Then I'll head off after that. Anyway, thanks for being here today. To all of you nerds.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
All right, let's see how Enzo feels.
Large-scale Vulgus transfer confirmed. Descendant, stop the enemy troop deployment.
So for those of you that want Devil May Cry stuff, I guess you can roll this.
Here comes a big one.
Let's see, is the buff any different? No, the buff just stays eternally. So I guess that's cool about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to regenerate my shield. Whoops. Should have done that.
This'll change the game.
Descendant, the
Okay,
transport has dropped a
yes.
wide-range shaping charge on the ground.
There is one benefit to Enzo
Needed to
though.
purify the void
Like,
energy.
if you're
Find
using the
detonator
swords or
with
the
your RT,
Manus,
then hit the
you
detonation
can
device.
probably like never run out of crits, which is nice. You will literally never run out of your firearm enhancer because you're never gonna reload, which is cool in its own way.
Here comes a big one.
Okay, it doesn't go off so long as I don't change my weapon at all. So as long as I'm sticking with just one weapon,
More like this.
i.e. this, then technically I can have the supply firearm enhancer forever.
Restoring shield.
You can live your dreams of being Genji.
Here comes a big one.
I mean, they do have a slight gap closer, which is not bad. But the swords genuinely just feel like mostly fun factor. Okay, that's done. Back to
Mission
Albion.
complete. All units.
Okay, let's quickly clear Wall Crasher, then we will carry on. Okay. I'll finish the other Sigma sector after I clear Wall Crasher. Just want to make sure I do that. I don't know though if this patch improves the swords. Like for me at least, they feel okay-ish. Not horrendous, but not exactly the greatest. They are a fun factor that you can utilize if you want, but I still don't think they're gonna be anywhere near top tier. I mean, they're fun though. They're just fun if you want to swing around. And of course, Enzo and Glay would still be the premium choices, but Enzo probably a little bit more.
Are you ready?
Let's see how much it did. Yeah, even in 44 seconds, I'm still close to about 750. So I don't know if Big Fish is still here because he was asking earlier, but that's roughly around what a Luna can do in that time. And this is with all Serenas around as well. Okay, Wall Crash is done. I'm just going to clear that last Sigma sector. And then I will head off. Once again, thank you all for being here. I do hope that they will do better because right now what they have is not it. Okay, apply preset. Back to town. Let's finish out. Big Fish is still here watching. Good. Yeah. The main thing you need to understand is that you have to hit weak spots. That's what I'm doing. I'm hitting weak spots continuously. So I'm usually able to do more than 1/8 of the damage, which means that I'm at least beating out the average most of the time. The simple way is that make sure you're triggering your third skill first so that you're debuffing the enemy. Of course, this helps everybody else deal damage. And aim for the weak spots like you saw me doing. And you're pretty much good to go. Okay, one last Sigma sector to clear. Actually, I should probably pick up the mail. Let's go see if the grab all function is fixed. Acquire all? Okay, yeah, it's been fixed. Or at least it seems to be. Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna maintain this
Hound
buff the
Action.
entire time.
Reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone.
More like this.
All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
Here comes a big one.
Okay, it's healing those
Arcade receptor.
shields.
Confirming signs of life.
See you later, Ruby. Enjoy your shopping trip.
Impressive, huh?
Yeah, sure, no problem. I know the loyal regulars will always be here whenever I'm doing stuff.
Sport like this. Yeah, something better.
One of the big downsides, though, I have to say, is the clunkiness of this. You know, it feels like, because the invulnerability phases for these monsters were designed with guns in mind, they don't really compensate for swords. So, this feels like it was just sort of slapped into the game. I think that's the biggest issue for me. Oh yeah, I didn't take into account my shields. I should have thought about that. I gotta get used to playing Enzo again. Okay, everything has been obtained. All right, we finished all of our main dailies for today. Could go and farm some other stuff, but I'll worry about that another time. Okay, that's clear. Don't think there's anything else that needs clearing for now. Let's see. I mean, these dailies I can worry about another time. Yep, okay. The rest I'll finish up later. All right, ladies and gents, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you guys have had a good time, and I hope you guys have learned a lot. I'll see you guys this evening for Godbreaker. I don't know when I'll stream TFD next, but I'll try and make some time when I can. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Catch you later.